Have you ever thought that the devil is right next to you? What would you say if I told you that he lives with you in your house? Yes, I was surprised, but I can say that I came to this conclusion as a result of my research. While you subscribe to my channel and like the video, I explain to you 10 signs that the devil is in your house. 1. Sudden temperature changes. Unexpected and unexplained. Temperature shifts in your house are a creepy sign of a supernatural presence. A coolness that doesn't fit with the rest of the house's environment could meet you as you enter a room, seemingly clinging to your skin. On the other hand, you could find strangely hot spots that make it seem like you opened an oven door, even though the area should normally be cold. Extraterrestrial beings may be at work in certain regions if these temperature anomalies persist despite attempts to explain them. 2. Unexplained noises. There could be more enigmatic noises going on while it's silent, beyond the usual creaking of an old home. Some people find it unnerving to hear soft murmurs that reverberate down empty hallways, or to hear clear knocks that appear out of nowhere, or to hear the definite sound of footsteps in a room that is vacant. These sounds, which don't always have a clear origin, may be an attempt by the supernatural to communicate or make itself known. The kind of spiritual disturbance in your house may be revealed by the timing and location of these noises, so be careful to pay attention to them. 3. Electrical oddities. A paranormal presence might be at play if you have frequent, inexplicable electrical problems in your house. Flickering lights, appliances that turn on and off without warning, and TVs that randomly switch channels might indicate more than simply a wiring or mechanical problem. It may seem like an invisible force is influencing your home's electrical system when these anomalies occur, and they often refuse to have a reasonable explanation. Also, digital clocks resetting to strange times or completely charged phones abruptly dying might be signs of spiritual disturbances interfering with the electromagnetic energy around these items. 4. Objects moving. It all begins with little things, like a book being slightly out of place or a vase being moved just a little bit from its normal placement, a glass slipping across a table, doors opening without a push, or things going missing and then showing up again in strange locations are all examples of unexplained object movement that you may see as the activity increases. Surprisingly, these changes may happen in front of your own eyes. This kind of thing happens when an unseen power interacts with material things to let its existence be felt. When an extraterrestrial being engages in such behavior, it is usually an indication that it wants to get your attention. 5. Shadow figures. One of the most aesthetically stunning signs of a supernatural presence might be seeing shadow figures. These brief glimpses usually manifest as erratic, swooping motions that vanish the moment you focus on them head-on. Sometimes, these shadows take the form of clear humanoid figures that remain still before mysteriously dissipating. Sometimes they seem as figures that move in an unusual way over floors or walls, while other times they appear as hazy black specks. Such experiences, particularly in poorly lit parts of your house, might be unsettling and indicate that a supernatural being is roaming about your home, perhaps watching or engaging with the material world. 6. Feelings of being watched. This feeling goes beyond the occasional anxiety. It may be a constant, overwhelming sense that someone is watching over you, even if you're the only one in the house. There may be parts of your house where you feel especially stifled, as if someone is watching you from behind. This sensation might be more intense in some rooms or at particular times of the day. You may want to avoid going to certain rooms in your home if you get a very uncomfortable feeling that someone is watching you from above. The existence of a supernatural or demonic presence, which is perceived even when not seen, is often thought to be the cause of this unexplained awareness. 7. Unusual pet behavior. Animals' behavior may function as a first indicator of paranormal activity, since they are often more attuned to spiritual forces than people are. Experiencing strange behavior in your dogs, such excessive barking or hissing in an empty room, fixation on an unseen object, or a complete reluctance to enter certain places, might be an indication that they are perceiving an eerie presence. Some cats may rear their heads and snarl at nothing in particular, while some dogs may whine or avoid places they normally like. Also, keep an eye out for changes in their eating or sleeping habits. These can be signs of anguish brought on by invisible forces. 9. Emotional disturbances. An important sign of a spiritual disturbance is sudden, unexplainable shifts in one's emotional state. When you go into a room, you might experience a surge of emotions that don't fit with your usual disposition, including dread, fury, or melancholy. These feelings might hit you out of the blue and tend to cluster in one room of your house. These sensations might range in strength, but they usually don't match up with how you're feeling or what's happening in your life right now. This occurrence might indicate that the spiritual energy in that area is corrupted or affected by a presence with evil intentions, which affects those that visit there. 10. Historical residue. There may be a spiritual imprint on the present vibe of your house from its past. A supernatural presence might be the result of leftover energy from traumatic events, like previous battles, deaths, or severe emotional suffering that have occurred in your home. Homes with such histories may be more prone to or more intense in cases of unexplained events. In order to put this spiritual discontent into perspective and find a way to resolve it, it might be helpful to research the history of your property and the events connected to it. Our living quarters, as we go about our daily business, often mirror back to us the visible and the unseen. Despite the unease, identifying paranormal activity in your house is an important first step in figuring out what's going on and how to fix it. Whether it's an unexpected drop in temperature or an unexplained change in mood, every indicator sheds light on the invisible forces that could be at work. A healthy dose of skepticism and an open mind towards the supernatural may be achieved by approaching these occurrences with a mix of curiosity and caution. It is critical to record and think about these events in order to identify patterns or triggers that may provide answers. To get more advice and comfort, it could be helpful to consult with those who focus on spiritual issues, such psychics, clergy, or paranormal investigators. In addition, you may defend yourself against bad energy and spiritual intruders by cultivating a pleasant environment at home via activities like meditation, cleaning rituals, or just keeping the mood upbeat and friendly. Keep in mind that the point isn't only to face these entities head on, it's to provide room for harmony and optimism to grow. Whether these signals indicate the presence of demonic beings or are just reflections of the interconnected energies in our environment, they serve as a poignant reminder of the deep linkages between the material and spiritual dimensions. By being aware of and responding to these indicators, we may restore our homes to their rightful place as havens of peace and safety, places that promote not just our physical, but also our spiritual health. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video, and please leave your thoughts and video suggestions in the comments. Don't forget to watch the video on my channel about 10 signs that demons is real.